A disturbing trend in the U.S., the rising cost of medication.
Drug companies are greeting the new year with price hikes.
With few competitors, the price has skyrocketed.
A heated topic at last night's debate.
We have a dysfunctional healthcare system.
And making headlines today.
We're open for business.
As the Trump administration laid out the foundation to allow the U.S. to legally import drugs from foreign countries like Canada, where medications are often much cheaper.
We'll let you bring them in a way that's safe for the American consumer and also reduce their costs.
While welcome news for many, it's not the answer for millions of others because today's proposal does not include certain drugs like insulin.
Without this drug, my son will die.
Insulin is one of the most common drugs Americans like Kathy Seago go to Canada to purchase. A vial there costs roughly 10 times less than it does in the U.S. Ali Murata was diagnosed with diabetes at 12.
How essential is it for a type 1 diabetic to use insulin?
It's the only option.
The 25-year-old works 3 jobs and struggles to afford the medication she so desperately needs. She's covered under her parents' insurance now, but that ends in 5 months.
Buying insulin here at this price is not an option.
That's why she rations hers, to get the most out of what she has.
Right now, it's like a survival mode. Like you ration because you have to.
And you're not alone in this.
No. There are people who are in a more severe situation than I am that not only have they been rationing, but they get to a point where they can't afford any insulin at all. And those people who are dying.
And Dr. John Torres joining us now. A lot of people paying close attention to that report now. So how does this roll out? When does it happen?
Well, there's still a lot of questions, Lester, about this proposal. And while we know some of the drugs that are included or excluded from this proposal, we're not sure of some of the ones that will be included or how soon they'll start coming into the country. But the hope is this will improve prescription drug access and affordability for so many families here across the U.S.
All right. Hey, NBC News fans, thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking on that button down here. And click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives. Thanks for watching.